Good morning, welcome back to Garden Obsessed. My name is Carla. I got a new microphone if you see the green dot. I'm not really sure where to put it yet, and hopefully it sounds better than just my regular phone. But especially some mornings I know I'm a little quiet, and that's because, you know, Jared's been working nights. That light is kind of bothering me. But anyway, he's working days this week, so I should be able to get some videos filmed. It was also a kid weekend this weekend, so I haven't posted in a few days. I don't like to, you know, do that when they're around especially, but really when anyone's around. But anyway, it is day 2 of the 3rd week of the Pantry Challenge. So that means we have to talk about week 2 today. I have my notes behind me, so I'll grab those in a second and we'll go through the details. I have, like the first week, I have some photos of some of the meals that we prepared, and I have the details of what we spent on groceries. But overall, I found this week harder, actually. I thought it would get easier, but it is more challenging when we have the kids, and especially because one of them is an extremely picky eater and does not like to eat what the rest of us eat. She will only eat like 3 vegetables total. And it was a challenge to not just go buy something more convenient or buy extra items for her, you know, to feed her all weekend and have everybody happy. I find it challenging at the best of times to keep her fed, and any added challenge, like the pantry challenge and trying to use what we have in the house, you know, when she says she doesn't like anything that we have in the house, you know, that's challenging. So I did rely on some convenience items that we had left in the house, like we had some Kraft Dinner and things like that, but I'm not buying that anymore. So going forward, I think that's only going to get more challenging. But what are some other challenges this week? Well, I made a mistake and grabbed the wrong gift card for the wrong grocery store when I went to town to pick up a few things. So we are over budget again. If I hadn't forgotten that gift card, we would have been okay. But, you know, transparency and all, I don't want to, you know, not count that or whatever. Also, we need to stay out of the grocery store. There were a few times, Caesar salad is one of the things that, you know, my picky stepchild will eat. So I really wanted lettuce. So I checked a few times. Our superstore has been having like some of their leftover lettuce that they use for their salads and things. They have been selling that at a discount, and I kept checking. I don't know if they're not doing it anymore, but I wasn't able to find any. Although on my 3rd trip, I did find some discounted romaine hearts, because I will not pay $8 for a head of lettuce. Like, I just can't do it. So it was like, we're buying it on sale or we're not having it, and she can find something else to eat. But I was able to find it, but that meant we were in the grocery store 3 times during week 2. And we didn't leave the grocery store empty-handed any of those times. So that's where we're at. So let's get into the meals that we had this week. Okay, so for breakfast, I tried to switch it up a little more this week. I had boiled eggs one day. We had avocado toast with fried eggs. One day I just had avocado toast. I thought I should conserve some of our eggs. I did have a smoothie one morning So we've had some chocolate protein powder in the freezer for quite a very long time. And, you know, we occasionally pick our way through it, but there's also some strawberries from our garden that are getting freezer burnt in this freezer upstairs. We have more that are vacuum sealed in the basement, but I want to make sure for sure that we get through this bag. So I made a strawberry chocolate smoothie. I used water with that. And I added hemp hearts, chia seeds, and psyllium husk just to kind of amp up the fiber and some of the nutrition. And I had a biscuit with it that day. I can't remember if I talked about it in last week's video because I think I made them on the last day of that week, but I ate the first one the first morning of the second week. But I made just the Bisquick biscuits in our air fryer, which worked out really well. Give that a try if you know you have a stove that doesn't work like we do. And I had one of those for breakfast like the first day of week 2. And we had scrambled eggs with toast and pan-fried potatoes the first morning that we had the kids this weekend. For lunches, you'll see some more chili show up. I had chili a couple times this week. I also tried out the air fryer. I made sweet potato fries in it for the first time, and I actually had scrambled eggs with that and another biscuit. And I had like an Epicure seasoning for a garlic aioli. So I made that with a little bit of sriracha sauce to make like a spicy garlic aioli to go with the sweet potato fries. And we had that for supper one night as well. We had the leftover sweet potato fries, and I made some of the crabless crab cakes that I had frozen in the deep freeze in the basement. It was really good. We did have like one cheat this week that I don't feel bad about. It is pizza week in the town we live in. So we did order pizza one night. You know, I forgot, you know, January there was pizza week, and in February there's burger week, and Jarrett will want to participate in that as well. The reason I don't feel that bad is a portion goes to charity, so I'm gonna give us a pass for that one night during each month. What else do we have here? So we had some leftover mushrooms, and we had leftover cream cheese. It was like not even a half a package that had been open since before Christmas. And I decided to make stuffed mushrooms in the air fryer. So those turned out really tasty. And we had just pan-fried fish. We kind of had those, like those mushrooms as an appetizer. And then later we had pan-fried haddock and some mashed potatoes. I made a giant pot of mashed potatoes, and we ate those later in the week as well. I made a box of that chicken helper, and for me it tasted like childhood. Jarrett wasn't a huge fan. I don't think it's something we'll pick up you know, every time we go across the border, but I don't know. I was kind of happy to have it once, so we ate that. I had some for lunch another day, and then there was still a portion left, so I froze that, and at some point I will have that for a lunch one day when Jarrett isn't around. One day I didn't feel like making much for lunch and had already had chili a couple times that week. So I just had leftover mashed potatoes as kind of a snack with a couple slices of cheese for lunch one day. We also had, the first night we had the kids, we had the rest of the mashed potatoes along with some peas, and I air fried some chicken thighs. So, you know, some of us were happier with it than others, but everybody ate it, so that's a win. like I said, we did have craft dinner one day for lunch, and we had Caesar salad along with it. The picky one and I had the craft dinner, I'll say, and the boys had sausages that we had down in the deep freeze. And I made some homemade egg rolls with some wrappers that we had in the freezer. And we used the rest of, Jarrett had used like half of, we had a small cabbage from our garden left in the fridge. He used half of it for something else, a sandwich or something that he took to work one day, and I used the rest of it and part of the large cabbage that we had in the fridge, along with some leftover sausage that we had from when I made the quesadillas and froze them, which Jarrett had the first one for lunch the other night at work, and he said they were really good. So those are a win, definitely make those. And I used a whole nother pound of hamburger to scramble up and put in the egg rolls with some curry powder and I can't remember what else, soy sauce, salt and pepper, probably garlic, I can't quite remember now, sesame oil. And we made egg rolls. Jack, the oldest, really likes the egg rolls. He ate 8 for supper, so I didn't see him go back. I gave him 4 for supper. I didn't see him go back for seconds, so like that was a third of the egg rolls that whole recipe made. So yeah, feeding a teenager is, it's hard to fill them up. So with the egg rolls, we had some of that rice-a-roni from Jarrett's childhood, which I had never had before, and I didn't know, maybe, like, I have never had rice-a-roni. I did not know there was noodles in it. I thought it was just rice, so that was a surprise. I don't love it. Jarrett liked it, and I know we had salad with the craft dinner, but we had craft dinner that same day, and I was like, I'm not serving this to them without vegetables in it. So I put cauliflower and broccoli in it, which everyone was fine with except for one of us. But she ate it begrudgingly. So that was it for week 2. Yeah, I'm finding this actually harder than I thought I would. I have some feelings about it. I think one of the things that I'm finding difficult is somehow I've created a hoarder mentality in myself over the past, I would say it's probably only been the last 6 months or so, as the prices of things have gone up, as, eggs are hard to find. And when you do find them, they're expensive. They used to be something you could depend on, as a healthy option that was affordable. And there is a mental pullback that I think I'm experiencing, seeing, on the one hand, it makes me feel good that we're working through some of the things we have in the freezer. On the other hand, it's a little scary for me, and I'm searching the flyers and I'm looking for sales, even though I know we're on a $25 a week budget. I can't seem to break that, saving mentality. So I am finding that challenging. I'm curious to hear if anyone else is experiencing that as well. And maybe it's because, I'm noticing already in week 2, some of our items, some things you can't even see a dent, but I'm noticing our freezer upstairs, which is like the freezer I work out of most often, but I'm constantly used to replenishing it too, right? But I'm noticing it a little emptier. Our canned goods, I'm noticing a little emptier, and it's making me a little uncomfortable. So yeah, that's kind of unexpected, and I didn't think that would happen this soon. Okay, I guess now we'll talk prices. So For week 2, one day I went into the grocery store looking for lettuce. We did have a gift card. Jarrett needed more juice. He likes to have like, you know, 1 glass a day. And we had no more cheese. So we did get 2 blocks of cheese. We got some cheddar and some mozzarella. They were $4.44 for one of those standard blocks. I think it's around 400 grams, give or take. I can't remember. And the juice was expensive. He got, I'll throw up a picture. I do have a picture of that, of those groceries. It was like about $5.25 or something like that. Total, it was over $14. We did put that on a gift card, so I'm not counting that $14 towards our $25 weekly budget. We also went to the dollar store. I don't know why I wasn't thinking like. So the Diet Coke that I bought in week 1 was 2 liters for $5. That works out to, what is that, $1.25 a liter. I can get Diet Pepsi, which I can tolerate, for 87 cents a liter. So I decided, you know, at least for the challenge, to see how much cheaper it is, I'm gonna drink that. That's, you know, that's almost 50 cents cheaper. It's 40 cents cheaper a liter. So that's, you know, quite significant. So we went there. We went there because we needed crackers, and then I had this like epiphany about the pop. But I was not going to pay. We looked at crackers at the grocery store, gift card or not. I was like, we're not paying $4 for a box of crackers. So we went to the dollar store. We got 2 different kinds of crackers. They were $1.25 each. I was much happier with that price. And Jarrett decided he wanted some Gatorade as well, so we got a couple of those. They were $1.50 each. And while we were there, we grabbed a bag of Tostitos. They were $3. I'm not sure why we did, but anyway. So that came to $11.61 at the dollar store. That does go towards our $25 weekly budget. So another time, notice we came out lettuceless. So a few days later, we decided to try again. It was getting closer to the weekend, and I was like, you know, Caesar salad is one of the go-tos I have to get the picky one to eat vegetables. So I was like, I really, really want some lettuce. So walked in there, they didn't have lettuce. Decided to, you know, walk around and see what the sales were and things, if there was anything else discounted that we could use that, you know, she would eat. I don't know why I went down the dairy aisle, but I did. And cream cheese was 2 for $6, and sour cream was 2 for $6.50. So I bought 2 of each. I don't know why. I do know why, because we had no more sour cream for chili, which I have been enjoying a lot lately. And I was like, I need sour cream on my chili. Do I need sour cream on my chili? No, I don't. But in that moment, I decided I did. And we had used the rest of the cream cheese for the mushrooms that we had made. And I was like, cream cheese, like, we need some cream cheese. So that was $12.50 for those items that we didn't need. But I bought them, and we have them. And that also goes towards our $25 budget. Now, if you're doing mental math, we're already up over, we're getting close, we're not over, but we're getting close to $25. So we also used up, I think it was in week 1, we used up the rest of the rice that we had in those quesadillas. So I decided I needed rice in the house. And I've been wanting, like you know, I mean, that was a giant box of rice that lasted us forever. And I'm trying to make healthier choices. So instead of getting another box of Minute Maid, I decided I wanted a brown rice. I love basmati and jasmine rice. And at our bulk barn, they have brown basmati. So I was like, I'm going to try that. So I did get some brown basmati rice. It was in that jar that I showed you in the grocery haul. And that came to $3.14. So altogether, we are at $27.25. But wait, we're not done for the week. So the day we picked up the kids, before we picked up the kids, we went to the grocery store again, hoping for lettuce. They didn't have that, those packs that I was talking about, that, you know, the leftover salad mix that the store uses, but they did have one package of romaine hearts that were reduced 50%. So we picked that up. It was $3.99, originally $8. Unfriggin' real. And that made 2 salads for us, for 4 of us, like side salads. They were small portions. We also found, it was about a pound of ground beef that was, it wasn't 50% off, but it was discounted. So it came to $4.20. We picked that up, just because we only have 1 pound left in the freezer, and this ground beef is what I actually use to make the egg rolls. They also had a 50% off banana bread, which we didn't need, but you know, anyway, we bought it. It was $3.14. And I knew the boys were probably gonna have sausages. We didn't have any hot dog buns. We did find a package of those that were reduced. So they were $1.89. So I had intended to put this on our gift card, having known we were already over our $25 weekly budget. However, I brought the Sobeys gift card to the Superstore store, and they wouldn't accept the Sobeys card. So I had grabbed the wrong gift card. So we paid out of pocket $13.22. That brings our weekly total to just over $40, which obviously is over our $25 weekly budget. So I think to correct that error, the month is still going to be $100. Our total right now from week 1 and week 2 is $69.42. So for the next 2 weeks, we have just over $30 to work with, and I'm okay with that. We're stocked up, you know, we have cheese, lots of dairy in the house right now. We still have some vegetables, like we have lots of frozen stuff, and we still have some fresh things in the fridge. And we still have one of our gift cards. Well, we still have most of both of our gift cards, except we went grocery shopping yesterday. But that's for, you know, that's for week 3 discussion. So, that's where we're at. That's how I'm correcting my gift card mistake. Those are the stresses I'm feeling. That's how it's going. It's all okay. It's just a challenge. It's supposed to be fun. No one's gonna come and arrest me if I don't, you know, meet my goals for the pantry challenge, right? So, yeah. Anyway, that was a lot more talking than I had planned to do today. Maybe we'll cut a lot of that out. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. But I am curious to hear if any of you that are participating in the challenge are having some of the same feelings that I'm having. I've watched a couple of the week 2 wrap-up videos that other people have done, and it seems to be people are finding week 2 easier. I might be alone in my you know, finding it more difficult, but I'm curious to hear, you know, what you guys think, how you're feeling, and I thank you for sticking through my ramble. I hope you come back for more. There will be more in the future, I'm sure, and we'll see you next time.